Roll call, please.
Commissioner Babbitt?
Here.
Yeah.
Commissioner Carroll?
Here.
Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Aberalt?
Here.
Commissioner Sang?
Okay, 4, we have a quorum. First order of business is approval of the minutes from Tuesday, September 5th, 2017. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, under new business, we have the Gannon Golf Course update. We don't have a representative here from Gannon today, so we don't know what the final numbers are. Today I just got sent this. It's my understanding that they have awarded, or they're going to award the contract for the work on holes 1, 5, and 6, and the 2 green and the 3 tee. And there's a few other things here, so next meeting, I imagine we'll have more information on this too.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything else to do. Again, the other thing I just wanted to bring up is next year will be the last year of the 5-year lease agreement. So I don't know, I've got to call into Attorney Lamanna to figure out, when this thing should start, and, the only thing that I was thinking about is, last year we only had one bidder, and it was for the operation of the total course and the function hall and the bar, and want to understand, see what the possibility might be of maybe putting it out there 2 different ways, where somebody can bid the whole package, somebody can bid just the function hall and the bar, somebody can bid just the operation of the greens. So that's just something I would like to think about for next time around, see what the possibility is, so. Okay, anything else on Gannon? Is that it? Okay, number 2, they have withdrawn their petition. Number 3, Sally Slagel, 40 Steps dance request for park use. How are you?
Good, how are you?
What do you got going on?
Basically, I run and I'm the director of 40 Steps Dance. I don't know if you received I'm assuming you have my letter in the package as well.
Yep.
And I brought these copies, but did you all receive these or not? Did you receive them already?
Yep.
Okay. And all that I can do, I just text you so that you can follow up on
Thank
the
you.
website or with an email and whatever you might need or want, you also, okay? 40 Steps Dance has been, we're on our 25th season actually, so it's a modern dance troupe that has been doing modern dance throughout the New England community, throughout our community, and we are residents in Nahant. Our residency is at the Dance Dimensions, which is a dance studio that I also run in Nahant, Massachusetts, obviously. We consider Lynn very much a part of our community that we service. And last year we did, we've done a variety. We started doing, about 5 years ago, we started doing very specific work into site areas, including 40 Steps. We did do 40 Steps Dance on 40 Steps, which was quite unique. And then we've done various Swampscott locations. Last year we did our first Lynn location, which was Red Rock Park, which went very well. And that was through DCR, as you know. And we wanted to continue to service the Lynn community with our free open community performances and site-specific performances. Just to end, let me just give you a little more about what site-specific actually means. It means that whatever dance is done is created to be performed specifically in that location. So it's either adapted choreography, there may be some moves that are done, and there'll be choreography that's created specifically to either go around the trees or the nature, the natural setting that it's in that way too. I did initially put down for Flax Pond Park, and I have viewed it recently. I know one of the issues, but I don't know if the geese are worse in the summer. That was one of the things Susan mentioned. But there seemed to be areas that I felt would be workable and for that location for us to work within without any major issues. And I wanted to answer any questions that you might have also about what impact that might have either on the park or the community or what. We're hoping it's all positive.
Yeah, what part of Flax Pond Park were you looking to utilize?
That is, I've only gone surveyed through it. Initially, I thought the gazebo, but I didn't realize how separated the gazebo was from the actual park. And when I walked through the park, I realized that that probably was not the best location. I'm thinking probably closer towards where the picnic tables are and the playground in that area more. Possibly moving down towards where the pond itself is so that we would be situated in the grassy areas and possibly on the walkways as well throughout that area. Before the tennis courts there too, if my recollection is correct. So in that kind of area.
How much space do you need?
We'll use as much as we can get. As dancers, we love to utilize the space, enlarge the space, also bring it close into close-knit groups in different areas too. So there'll be, it will move throughout.
Yeah, I see you've done something at Red Rock Park. How much of that space do you use down there? Do you use the whole space or
That's
just?
huge. That's
Yeah, right.
very large. We used quite, I'm really not good at measurements, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to say, or estimating that, but we used quite a bit of the area, the midsection of it. We started on the pine, from the pines, the kind of scrubby pines on the side, and then they moved, we had musicians as well, and they moved through to the actual, the large tree in the middle. And we worked around the tree, in front of the tree, we expanded all the way across and back. So it was quite.
Do
it
you
was
set up
very well.
staging also, or is it just using?
We utilized the natural floor. We used the grass. We didn't have a staging particularly. In some of our, when we were in the Lilac Garden in Swampscott, we did have a small staging that we utilized for parts of it. It's optional to utilize staging or not. It's still yet to be determined exactly what the choreography will be or what the presentation will be exactly in advance right now. But,
And how many dances do you anticipate?
I have usually between about a dozen, about 12 to 15 dancers. They're professional, semi-professional, professional companies, so there may be some apprentices or students that will join us in that performance, which I usually try to encourage that opportunity. So it's a great experience for all.
I don't know, Lisa, Susan, what else goes on up there?
I
Is there?
mean, Flax Pond is busy during the summertime.
Yeah.
That's my only concern, just the playground area
Yeah.
and the picnic table area. I think it would be great if we put you on the commons.
As opposed to Flax Pond,
That would be my recommendation. But
because.
I think it's just, I don't know if you're gonna have the space. People really hang out at Flax Pond all
The
summer
splash
long.
pad too,
The
right?
splash pad's there, there's kids going fishing. I mean, it's a beautiful area, don't get me wrong, but I'm just,
The gazebo area might be a better area.
the gazebo would be, but I don't know if she
Mhm.
has the space to do the dancing.
Yeah, I don't know
It's a
either.
lot smaller area
Mm.
Mhm.
at first anticipated. I mean, part of the idea is to actually reach out and connect with the community. So if the community's utilizing that park, then to me, it sounds like that's a good choice in that way too, for me. That's
Mhm.
how I feel.
Yeah.
But I understand your concern. We certainly wouldn't
I just want to give you the space that you need.
Yeah.
Did you check Common Park?
On the Commons?
Yeah.
I haven't walked through it recently, and then there's some construction I know
construction,
going on
yeah.
as well, so I don't know what the
If that's the half of what down.
So, I'm open to considering other options, but I still think Flax Pond offers a really beautiful location and
It is.
scenery, and it's a nice community in that way too. And we would want to integrate with the community activities. So if there's events that go on there too, we could either piggyback on that, go after that event or something, or we could be completely separate and create our own event for that particular. We could even talk about what time of day is best to do it.
Could
You
we
know,
do a
did it-
walkthrough?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd be totally happy to do that.
I think that would be,
I mean, we can certainly give you permission to hold the event, and then you can work with the DPW office to figure out which the final site is. You know, the final site, as long as there's nothing going on, is not of consequence to us. It's more in what events are already going on in the parks.
Exactly.
I mean, I think it would be pretty with the gazebo, the fountain,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's a
and the
beautiful
costumes and people, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
but
Plus, you get
my
a lot
concern is
of
that-
drive-by stuff.
Right, right.
decoration. And you go on with your concern?
No, I'm just fine, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that they do interact with the people as well. They move through the groups as well.
Okay.
If it's publicized and people know that it's happening, we will probably be on site a few times beforehand just to go over the spacing and to also let the people know. We'll be handing out some flyers and that sort of thing, say, come back and see the performance and that option too. So I'm hoping that it would attract some new people into there, and also those that utilize it would appreciate having it there.
So before you have the actual event, you'll be doing some practicing down there
will be some
too?
practicing in there, probably at least one on site, maybe twice,
Yeah,
just for spacing and getting an idea of what we've tried to figure out how it will work in the actual space.
yeah, it's good that you work out something with them for where you actually want to have it, because we wouldn't want to see you get down there to practice and then somebody's using the space that you
Yes.
want to use.
Oh, there's a fishing tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Are there any more questions from the board? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Good luck.
So you can work out with these folks here?
Yep.
Mhm.
Great,
Yep.
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, LFFA, is that how we refer to that? Lynn Food and Fitness Alliance? How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm Mary Gatlin. I'm the Community Garden Network Coordinator with Lynn Food and Fitness Alliance, and this is my colleague Annie Gibbons. She's an AmeriCorps member this year with the organization and works closely with us and with the Food Project. What I've got before you tonight is kind of an update and asking on how we move forward with this. Lynn Food and Fitness Alliance is really lucky to have the opportunity to partner with Raw Artworks here in Lynn to do some garden art and an informational kiosk at Ames Community Garden. Right now, we're kind of in the primary stages where they are sketching a lot. They are figuring out what they could do for the garden. Everything we've talked about would be within the fenced garden area. So we're hoping to do a kiosk where people can get information about the garden, they can share their seeds, they can see postings about what kind of events we have coming up in the garden. Also, some artwork. I was actually able to go over to Raw Artworks tonight and look at what they've done. They've got some amazing kind of letters that spell out Ames done within picture frames. Really beautiful reclaimed wood, really vibrant, bright primary colors. I think it could make that garden a gorgeous focal space for the community. And I'd love to be able to say to them, yes, we can move forward. I just don't quite know what the process is to make sure that we get everything approved the right way without slowing down the artists as they're trying to do their work over the winter.
When did you want to be able to put this in place? I see it says spring of 2018.
I would imagine we're looking at like May or so in terms of decent weather and getting the kids out there to start hanging stuff up.
Lisa, is there anything we have to do with ISD in terms of this? I mean, I know we've got authority to grant what we see fit for the parks, but is there any,
Oh, the Arts
We're just gonna
Commission.
make sure it's anchored, but I would,
Mhm.
we definitely would have to go through ISD too.
right, just to make sure
Just to
that,
make sure, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
yeah. Now,
Roger Ennis, to reach out to Roger Ennis
yeah,
for that.
okay. What are we looking at? And so you're talking about a kiosk, and you're talking something that'll be like painted colorfully, or?
And I can actually, since I wasn't able to go and see it until tonight, I can show you some pictures that I took
Okay.
on my
Oh,
phone, if
good.
you don't mind
This is a
taking a
first.
look.
Modern technology
don't
at its
do
best,
that.
I know.
If you want to take a look, there's the Ames sign as they're painting it. It's got those really bright colors. I would say each picture frame is about 2 by 2, so the letters will be big enough to be able to be seen from the rest of the park and kind of draw people into that space.
So this will be on top of the kiosk, or this will be a?
I think that would be hung from the chain link fence, maybe along the back wall, since we already have a little sign on the front fence. The kiosk, and I also, they've done a sketch, which I have another picture of on there that I can show you of what they're thinking for the
Oh, so they
kiosk.
did it like, yeah, that looks,
And I think they're also thinking about maybe trying to find some wooden, some old stumps that they could use as seating around the kiosk. So if we wanted to have a compost demonstration, we'd have a place where people could sit right there in the garden.
So there are no, other than what people post on the kiosk, there's no verbal messages, I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it would be a space for anything except, here's what the garden is. Maybe we'd have a place for like seed exchange, or
yeah.
it wouldn't be like a public posting.
So that's where the
area.
artwork would take place, on the kiosk itself, whatever colors they choose to put there, and,
The kiosk itself would be kind of one of those standard, you've probably seen them in a lot of parks, like maybe 7 feet tall, 4 feet wide, just kind of a basic roof structure.
yeah.
And then they would paint it with a lot of different colors, but there would be basically just a board area for people to tack up notices and things like that.
Steve, it's just like Lynn Woods.
like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
It's
like
kinda-
a small version of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So you want to do the kiosk, and then you want to attach something Ames to the fence, and that's the
Ames to
extent of it?
fence, They're thinking about like
Oh,
some
did you
bird
guys,
sketches.
did they see that
Oh,
done
yeah,
by then?
there's
I'm
the sketch.
sorry.
No,
Yeah.
please go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the first I'd seen where they could really kind of drawn out what they've been thinking about and what could be
Yeah.
good for the garden.
What material, are you going to make it something that won't rot out on you, or?
We're talking about it.
Pressure
Um,
treated, or-
I would assume pressure treated wood for anything that's going to be touching the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's a great idea, so.
Mhm.
Any more questions from the board?
No, I think that's good.
Motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Second it.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Okay,
What's that?
that's
Good
what's
luck.
awesome.
Good luck.
Some
I look-
pictures,
I
that's
look
good.
forward to seeing it up there, so.
I do too. Thank you.
Do anything else, Susan? Is that it? Lisa?
We're gonna meet December,
Yeah, I think so. Well, let's see what the,
December 5th.
yeah, let's see what the agenda is, and, is there any update on the common? Jimmy was asking about what's going on there. I know we've approved all of that stuff. I saw in the paper they were planting trees, and what else are they doing now that they've got it? What do you say, Jimmy? They got fencing up there to block it off, parts of it?
Yeah, it's all gonna be, it's just basically what the small commons look like.
Yeah,
The benches, the trash receptacles.
yeah.
The markers.
Yeah, I know we approved it here,
Yeah.
but I didn't recall. It was a while ago, probably, what, a year ago, maybe? Yeah. Jimmy, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, any further business to come before the board? Motion to adjourn?
Make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we stand adjourned, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
That was quick.